Hey, good morning, everybody. I'm doing a follow-up on a video that I did some weeks ago because I've had a couple of responses to it. And I think I need those responses have made it clear to me that I have to clear up exactly what I said in this video and let you know where I stand on this particular issue of opening your feet and squaring your shoulders when you chip. Now, the comments I've had is, hey, Bobby, I tried that and it didn't work. I went back to doing what I was doing. As if that were a tip. That's not a tip. And you can't judge the worthiness of that idea by the outcome of the next shot or even the outcome of the next 3 shots. I'm giving you a fundamental with that. That's a fundamental. I don't like to use the word always, and I don't like to use the word never. But in the case of short game shots, there's not one great player. I'm talking about anybody better than a 1 or 2 handicap in the world, who hits their chip shots with a closed stance. You just can't get it done. That creates problems that a better player would never put themselves through just to cause themselves trouble. Whenever you're closed to the target line, so I'm aimed to the right, the flag is over there, as you can see, my brain still knows where the hole is. And so if I'm aimed to the right, what do I have to do? I have to shut the face down. Oh, and if I have good dexterous a pair of hands there, then I can accidentally hit a good shot. But what you couldn't tell is I thumped the ground ever so slightly. It was one of those drop kick hooks. And that's just what happens when you're closed. You bound out too early, you gotta shut the face. And the number one fundamental of chipping is that the face remains square throughout. And so the person who sits closed, that is aimed to the right, forces them to violate rule number 1 because now they've got to flip their wrist, the very thing we all know we shouldn't do. And so let me go over this again. This isn't a tip. This is a fundamental, and it will work if you just take the time to adopt it and are willing to put up with what might seem like a little lack of comfort with the big picture in mind. And so what do I have? I have feet that are open. My feet are right next to one another. My shoulders are still square. I'm going to feel like I swing away from my left leg and then across my left leg. Chips, pitches, and bunker shots are all slices. All right, we can't ever think about hooking one of those shots. Not if we're to be ever any good at this. So my club face is square to the target line. I'm gonna swing a little bit to the left. And that thing should, look where my club face is. It is still square to the target line. It's not pointed over here. If I aim to the right, it would have to be pointed over here just so I could get it back on the target line. And so let me say that again. If you're struggling with your chips and you've tried to open your stance a little bit and it didn't work the first time, then keep in mind you're just used to doing things another way. Eventually, your body will find it easier to do it the right way than it will the wrong way if you put in the reps and take your time and practice it with the big picture in mind, knowing that since that is the way that all the great players have had a better go at it, then it will be for you too. Open feet, square shoulders, feel like you cut across the ball on these simple little chip shots, not close down as you swing through them, and you'll be amazed at the results. I want to thank you for watching, and thank you always, all of you, for commenting, because it's what brings me the inspiration to do more of these videos. Thanks a lot.